So you're taking Winston on an adventure. Well, there's a couple things you should know first. Luckily, we'll guide you through those over the next few minutes. A 30 amp shoreline power cord is provided with a twist lock connector for the trailer side. Insert this connector into the trailer and give it a little twist to lock it in place. The collar helps keep everything secure. Should you find yourself with cable or satellite hookups, the port is directly next to the shoreline cord. Should you need to use a standard outlet, a 30 amp to 15 amp adapter is also provided. Winston is also equipped with an outdoor shower, unlocked with the small silver key on the ring provided. Behind the cover, you'll find hot and cold taps. Once the temperature is set, use the on-off switch near the head of the shower to control the flow. Inside the trailer, in one of the cabinets, you'll find a small baggie filled with latex gloves. These are going to be important for the next step. The small gray key on the key ring unlocks the front storage compartment. With the lock open and the clasp undone, you can lift this door until it contacts the magnet on the body. It'll stay in place. The first thing we're going to use inside here is the large dry bag, which has the sewer hose and the elbow for connection to the dump station inside. Remember those gloves? Now's the time to put them on, because I'm going to show you how to drain both tanks. Winston is equipped with both a 30-gallon wastewater tank and a 30-gallon sewer tank. The sewer tank, or black tank, should always be emptied first. Twist the cap off and let it hang. Find the corresponding end to the sewer hose and twist it into place. Ensure that the elbow at the other end of the hose is in the dump station and pull the handle. The wastewater tank, or gray tank, consists of all of the drains in the trailer aside from the toilet. Again, twist off the cap and let it hang. Find the corresponding end to the hose and twist it into place. Again, ensure the elbow is in place in the dump station. Pull the gray handle and allow all the water to drain out. At times you may have to lift the sewer hose in order to keep it level and draining. The smaller dry bag in the storage compartment contains the water filter and pressure regulator setup. Both water connection ports are directly next to the heater exhaust, which can get hot when running the heater. The first one is the freshwater connection, which is a 30-gallon storage tank. When you pick Winston up, it'll be full with 30 gallons of fresh filtered water. Should you be using a campground that has water hookups, the city water connection can be connected via hose through the elbow, water filter, and pressure regulator in order to provide water to the entire trailer. Behind this panel are the inner workings of the water heater. There shouldn't be any need to go inside here, unless for some reason your water heater is not operating properly, in which the first place to check is this on-off switch, which is typically only used for winterizing the trailer. At the start of your trip, Winston will have a full 25-pound propane tank inside this storage container. To access it, unscrew the top and lift the lid. The valve can stay on throughout your travel. Also in this storage compartment is a bag of leveling blocks, should you need to level the trailer side to side. Inside here is a number of blocks which can be driven on and used to raise one side of the trailer. Should you need to use only one, place it in front of or behind the tire and pull the trailer into position. Should multiple blocks be needed for more lift, instead of just a stack, make yourself a ramp. It's far easier to pull the trailer onto. The provided wheel chocks also snap into place. Winston has bubble levels on both fenders, as well as near the front jack, to aid you in this leveling process. Once the trailer's level, side to side, you can safely unhitch it from your vehicle and use the power front jack to level forward and back. Should you need to, there is also a two-way bubble level inside the pantry near the tire pressure gauge, which can be placed inside the trailer to confirm your level, side to side, as well as forward and back. A second set of wheel chocks is also in the storage compartment, should you find yourself needing to chock the tires both forward and back. There's a number of manual cranks in this storage compartment also, the first of which can be used in case of an electrical failure in the power front jack, as well as a power failure for the slide out on the side of the trailer. The white-handled crank is the manual override for the power awning, should the electrical system fail on it. The final crank in the storage compartment is used for raising and lowering the stabilizer jacks at the four corners of the trailer. These are not intended to lift the trailer, just smooth things out while you're at camp. Never mind the speed at which this crank is going down, it might just be movie magic. Once the foot of the jack has contacted the ground, all it needs is about a half a turn to provide all the stability you need. Repeat this process on all four corners and you'll be ready to go. Near the storage compartment is an outdoor GFI protected plug. In the small dry bag with the water filter is a quick connect coiled hose used for connection on the spray port, also near the outdoor plugs. This hose has an end similar to an air compressor, which when flipped up the cover can press into place and lock in and provide you with pressurized water so long as the water pump is turned on inside. Winston also has a set of outdoor all-weather speakers. The port on the side labeled black tank flush is typically used only when winterizing the trailer, so don't worry about that thing. The steps should always be folded away when towing. When you get to camp, slide the first step out of the lock position, flip the second step into position. The handle can be lifted and put into the helper position or the hold the door closed position. The small gray key on the ring operates both the handle and the deadbolt lock on Winston's front door. Winston's door is equipped with a storm hinge, which should feel tight when moving, but will hold it in place. The screen door can be separated with the handle latched in place. Cover can be closed so all the neighborhood bugs don't get inside. The slide room controls are on the control panel in the wall. Press and hold the desired direction, and that's when the magic happens. The slide room needs about 3 feet of clearance on the outside in order to operate safely. Be sure you have this much clearance before operating the slide room. The secret to the slide room is to let it keep going until it stops making all the creaks and pops and noises. There's no harm in holding the button a little extra time. And this little guy under the fridge always pops out. If it bothers you, push it back in there. The interior light switch only operates the 2 LED lights above the kitchen. They also still operate with the little button in the middle. All the rest of the LED lighting in Winston are operated with the little button in the middle of the light. The porch light switch activates the small amber light on the outside of the trailer. Provides a little light, supposed to attract less bugs. The smaller control panel has two red switches for the water pump and water heater. Always make sure you do the water pump first. When you first activate the water heater, you will see the red fault light turn on. This just means that the pilot light is starting. All the rest of the buttons can be pressed and held to show the corresponding tank levels as well as the battery charge. As you can see, it only took a second for the pilot light to come on and fault light to turn off. The light switch for the LED lighting inside the bathroom is on the outside of the door, but it's labeled. Bath mat here is provided because this floor could get slippery with wet feet. Inside the bathroom, Winston has what's called a wet bath, where everything inside here is intended to get wet if you're showering. There is a sink, hot and cold water, which can be turned into the shower. The shower head also has an on-off switch. The toilet only operates with RV toilet paper. No other toilet paper can be used in here, and is flushed by the gray handle. The bathroom also has an all-weather fan. It can be run rain or shine due to its protected cover. The black handle adjusts the amount of opening on the vent. It has 4 fan speeds as well as an off button. Make sure you close the shower curtain before you take a shower. The heating and air conditioning in the trailer are controlled by this one digital thermostat. Touch the mode button to select cool or heat. Adjust the temperature as desired. The air conditioning unit is in the ceiling and has multiple vent options, both sides as well as the bottom. When using the heater, be aware that the vent where the hot air comes out is underneath in this compartment under the bed. Sometimes things get stored underneath here, pillows, bags. Just make sure they're clear before you turn that heater on. In the closet, Winston has a full set of linens for the main bed. Comforter, fitted sheet, as well as 4 pillows. 2 for the main bed, 2 for the convertible bed. The first drawer has all your remotes stored in it. The second 2 drawers are empty for your pack-in needs. Winston's indoor and outdoor speakers can be controlled with this dial. The control unit operates all of the inputs for the TV as well as AM/FM radio and Bluetooth stereo. It has a pin of 0000, but if that's hard to remember, I put a label. All of the blinds in Winston are operated by hand and will stay in any position. The cabinets above the dinette are stocked with all kinds of things you might need on your trip. Bath linens, cleaning towels, a chamois, kitchen towels, a throw blanket. The green thing back there is an outdoor blanket, picnic mat, paper towels, RV toilet paper, those gloves I was talking about earlier, some trash bags, cleaning items, a charged up dustbuster, and a little first aid kit. When converting the dinette into a dinette, these 2 cushions can be set aside. They're only for when the bed is being made. The side cushions are Velcro in place, and they take a little push to get them to stick. The table should always be buckled in while you're towing. Unbuckle the clasp. Then you're ready to pull the table into position. With the feet on the floor, it's easiest to put one foot on the leg and rotate the table up into position until you hear it click. The linens for the dinette bed are inside this storage compartment, which also has a label. When converting the dinette into a bed, be sure to release the yellow lock handle, put a foot back on the leg, and rotate the table into its lowered position. Pro tip is to leave a small gap between the main cushion and the table in order to set these new cushions into place. All of the backrest can be removed, and the fitted sheet provided can be used to hold this bed together. When packing up to leave, make sure the dinette table is in its lowered position, placed back on the cushion of the dinette here, and clip back into place. The side cushions can be rested back in here, and the bed pillows can be placed on top. Winston is equipped with a 3-function Dometic fridge with plenty of space for food and drinks. The functions are selected with these switches right here: shoreline power, propane, and 12-volt battery power. Using the thermometer button, you select the temperature that you need. Empty, it usually runs on high. Once it's packed with your food, turn it down or it'll freeze. Winston's kitchen also has this multi-function microwave. The instructions for all of its many functions are along the top here. The cover for the sink can also be used as a cutting board, or left in place if needed extra counter space. With the water pump on, the kitchen sink has hot and cold water. The cooktop is under this panel here. Like most RVs, it doesn't have an igniter, so in this drawer, we provided a stick lighter. Turn the dial to the light position, and that's all you need. Be sure that it's cooled before closing the lid. The cabinets are stocked with non-stick cookware, as well as some bowls, colanders. The drawer is full of kitchen utensils, cleaning items, bowls, plates, cups, and silverware for 4, as well as an assortment of cooking tools. This cabinet has a coffee pot, as well as a little toaster should you need it. The pantry cabinets are intentionally left mostly empty for you to pack with what you need. However, we do provide you with coffee filters, a little bit of coffee, some tea, salt and pepper should you need that. The lower pantry, you'll find a foldable broom, as well as a little trash can. Near the front door is Winston's fire extinguisher. It's also equipped with typical household fire alarms and a carbon monoxide detector, all of which will make sound should there be any problem. All of Winston's 110-volt outlets are GFI protected. Should there be any problem with these outlets, the one near the bed is the main GFI, where it could be reset. Just under the pantry, this panel houses the 110-volt breakers, as well as the 12-volt fuses. Sometimes you'll hear the little fan in here running, and that's totally normal. Should you want to use Winston's power awning, the controls are in the control panel. Like the slide room, press and hold the desired direction. I promise it's going to miss the door. When extending the awning, extend it just far enough so that you can reach the legs at the end of the awning. The legs are released using this silver lever on either end. Once they're free of the catch in the center, lower them down and find the gray handle. Releasing this gray handle will allow you to adjust the height of these legs. The legs can either be staked into the ground in this position, raised, and then the gray lever can be pushed up into the lock position. Or the foot can be placed into the mount on the side of the trailer. Bottom first. Make sure this is latched in here. And now same thing. You can adjust the height as needed. Press the gray lever all the way forward. And then continue to extend the awning. When stowing the legs, make sure that the gray lever is flat. Ensure that the foot is able to slide into the clasp. And push the silver lever. Press and hold the retract awning button, and then watch some of the magic happen. Just like the slide room, when the awning stops making noise, it's fully closed. Now we're ready to connect Winston to the tow vehicle. The first thing we need to do is remove the hitch lock. The silver key on the key ring will twist this lock out of place. Set it aside because we're going to need it before we start towing. Release the lever and place the hitch lock in the up position. It's always extremely helpful to have a backer guide you into position. Once the coupler and hitch are lined up, put the vehicle in park and set the parking brake. Winston has a power front jack, which also has an LED work light should you be hitching in the dark. Up and down controls this power front jack. When lowering the jack into position, ensure that they are still lined up and slip together smoothly. Once the coupler is fully seated, you can latch it down. You should hear it click. Replace the hitch lock, which serves also as the safety pin. Rotate the key until the lock is fully closed. The safety chains should be placed on either side of your receiver hitch. The breakaway cable should be attached to the receiver hitch, separate from the safety chains. Winston has a 7-pin RV-style lighting connector, which also operates the charging system and the electric brakes. Be sure it's all the way seated and the cap is holding it in place. The front jack has some added height, which should be stowed before towing. Replace the pin, make sure it's clipped in place. You can now raise the front jack to its highest position for safe towing.